Podcast with a prodigy. It's the podcast with a prodigy. My podcast.
Yo, what's good? What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Prodigy. You already know what's up. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the podcast with Prodigy. Like always, I'm going to tell you guys, like, comment, subscribe, run up them views, watch this all the way through. I appreciate you guys for tuning in the first place. But we're going to get straight into it. We got another special guest. I want y'all to welcome my boy right here, Bvnks Sinatra. Not my boy Frank. He was just telling us he has a relation to it, but it's Bvnks Sinatra.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Hell yeah.
Where you coming from today?
Man, most like directly, I was in Chino.
Yeah.
So yeah, but before that, LA.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much LA based. Yeah.
Moving around, just going everywhere.
A lot, bro. A lot.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of friends in the Inland Empire, right? And even though I live like LA area, that drives me back and forth. So I'm constantly going back and forth between like Ontario, Rancho Cucamonga, and Santa Monica. Yeah.
That's a good distance between each other.
It's like a little 40-minute, whipping. Yeah. Or like probably like an hour and some change. Yeah. For sure.
I want to get into some recent stuff real quick and talk about it. I want to get your insights, your looks on it and stuff like that. So you recently just went to jail, and I want to ask you about what happened, what got you in this situation.
Man, bro. All right. So I got this homeboy. His name is Michael. He's a vocal coach, and he's got like some celebrity clients or whatever. And I linked in with him because he happened to like one of my records. Like he was like, "Yo, I want to work with this record, and I think I could repurpose it and do some shit and whoop whoop whoop." So anyway, we started talking, and it was found out through that conversation that your boy, like, I don't have a place, you know what I'm saying? I live in my car and shit. And he was like, he couldn't even imagine that I was doing that. Like, some people, it's just beyond their imagination. They can't imagine, like, yo, you living in your fucking car? Are you serious? Like, so he came up with a plan that he wanted to put me in a place, but the caveat was that I had to move to, like, or the place had to be in Mesa, Arizona, right? So I'm like, let me check out Mesa, bro. Let me come see Mesa. And I realized it's about a 6-hour trip, right? So if I was to live in Mesa, I could still potentially work in LA, maybe take flights or that drive, like, and just stay in LA like through the week and then come for the weekend and chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of started to make sense anyway. He ended up wanting to move to Austin, Texas, right? And he asked me to help him, man, and I agreed. So I packed up the whip. I told him, "You getting rid of your couch, bro. We not taking that shit." You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere to fit in the car. You know what I'm saying? So he got his car, or he got in my car. We packed his stuff. It was just enough to like fit in the car. You feel me? And smashed to Austin, Texas. Well, when I dropped him off, something happened on the 10. So the 10, I think, turns into the 40 or whatever. Yeah. But something happened on that freeway to the point where the Waze map directed me to go on Highway 86. And Highway 86, there's a place called Snyder, Texas. And I was rolling through like probably about 10 miles over the speed limit, and the speed limit happened to be like 60 or something, and I was just going 70, bro. Like, just cruise. I'm just chilling, and he burps me, and I'm like, fuck, man. So when he comes to the car, he's got his eyes are tight, bro. I could feel his energy, knowing what he's about to do. He's on my passenger side, right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, "Your car smells like weed." And I said, "Bro, that's impossible. There's nothing lit in the car. There's nothing on fire in the car. So there's nothing you could smell." So I said, "You're lying, man. Like, what are you talking about? It smells like weed. That doesn't make sense to me." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So his eyes got even like real tighter. So anyway, he gets me out of the vehicle. Now, mind you, I'm sober as a pin. So he gets me out of the vehicle. We do this whole thing where he tries to search me, and I agree. I'm compliant because I don't know Texas, bro. And this dude with his tight like energy is feeling like I could die right here. You know what I'm saying? So I just complied. I was like, bro, I really don't want to, upset you or make this difficult. So he ended up searching my whole car, and he found a pack of gummies, bro. And gummies, so weed is illegal in Texas. That's one. Gummies are a felony in the state of Texas because it's considered something called Delta 8 or some like THC concentrate, right? So it's classified as a controlled substance. Same shit as like, meth or yay. I'm like, bro. So he's like, this is illegal in Texas, and it's it carries a felony charge. Damn. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Like, this cannot be happening right now. I'm sober. There's nothing. I'm not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And these gummies I had got from a girl 2 years prior, and just put them in a bag, and that bag happened to find its way into that rental at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like a toiletry bag. Like, I had my toothbrush and everything else, and then there was this one pocket in the bag that those gummies were in, and they were just there. You know what I'm saying? And yo, man, so knowing this, I'm like, all right, let's get this over with, man. Like, that's what I went to jail for.
Damn,
like,
that's
in
crazy.
Texas. You know what I'm saying? If this had been California, bro, you would have been like, get your ass out of here, man.
Damn, that's crazy,
right,
bro.
Right.
I thought it would be like some crazy story, like you robbed some place or
I mean,
something.
okay, so keep it real, bro. Like, the energy that I was carrying was definitely indicative of an arrest, because I was damn near on some GTA shit with the rental like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it was even though I had a jug, it was like barely a jug. You feel me? And I had money coming into this girl. She was kind of behind the scenes at the hurt spot. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was kind of a under the table type of thing going on. So and man, I was getting real reckless, man. I really was. Being outside for a specific amount of time will really do something to your head. Like, it will start to make you feel very savage and very like unbridled. You know what I'm saying? And then that, like, I already have a rebellious spirit to begin with. So that started to play on that, you know what I mean? And as I found myself like roaming, especially going to Texas, it was like, yo, I just made up my mind. Like, yo, I'm going to Texas. I'm going to help this dude move. You know what I'm saying? He's going to chip me some bread, and that's going to be that. And I don't have to answer to nobody. I don't have to check it with nothing. You know what I'm saying? And there's no oversight, and there's no like ecosystem that I have to answer to, right? So, and in that, bro, like, that's dangerous. You feel me? So, yeah, I had the energy that would suggest that I should have been, jailed.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So when you first like pull up in there, like who do you click up with? Like, is it like the Woods or?
I mean, the wood. So I'm white, right?
Yeah.
So and they tell you, don't race tread. You feel me? But here's my problem. When I went to the joint in like way back, I did a 2-year bid. You feel me? As a youngster kid, like just a tiny kid, bro, right, fresh out of high school, caught a case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Burglary case, possession, firearm shit. And so I was looking at 17 years, but I did 2 flat. But I rode with the black car in the joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah, it wasn't like a purposeful thing that I did or specific to like why, like, so it was this dude Lily. He came up to me and he was like, yo, we see you, bro. The brothers see you, and we know that you either kick it with brothers in the street or you got a black girlfriend or something. And whatever it is, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. The Woods are gonna know that is the case from a few interactions with you. And what that's going to do is it's going to put a target on your head. And if you have a target on your head and nobody even knows about it, like you're pretty much secret, you know what I'm saying? Invisible to the rest of the community, the black community, because you haven't announced anything. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be able to ride on you with no problem. Somebody gonna be able to probably kill you, bro, and not, you know what I'm saying? And it will just get swept under the rug.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and do that and fare on your own, or you can click up with the brothers and ride in this car. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And if you do, then you got, you know, you're gonna have to come against it, but at least you'll be announcing what your orientation in the streets is, right? So I thought about it and I was like, bro, it seems like a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Because they tell you stick to your own color in the joint. So I thought about it though, and the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. And so I rode with the black car in the joint. You know what I'm saying? And I remember real specifically, they told me you got to fight the white rep, you know, in order to get, you know what I'm saying, popped in to the car, right? So that was what happened. But before it happened, it was this big ass motherfucker named Phil Bill from Compton, bro. And this dude, he had claimed he had smoked crack with Patti LaBelle and like all type of shit. Like this motherfucker was off the chain. Anyway, he's big as a brick house, bro. And he's sitting at the table and he's like, go sit next to Phil Bill when chow time happens, right? And so I'm sitting next to him, and he's like, bro, these white dudes is gonna come and tell you you're at the wrong table like 3 times, you know what I'm saying, or 30 times. You know, they're just gonna keep bugging you and telling you, hey, bro, you're at the wrong table. So sure enough, the whites start coming, you know, hey, bro, you're at the wrong table, man. Hey, man. And Phil Bill, after the third one, Phil Bill said, you know what the fuck he doing, man? Get the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and then after chow, bro, we lined up and I fought the white rep and we dusted it up, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? And then I ran. And then right after that, they found out that I sing and do some music and shit. Here they come with the deodorants and the toothpaste. Hey, man, I got this for you, bro. I got this. You know, and they welcomed me into the family, and that was what it was.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
So fast forward into Texas. I'm already going in there with that energy. I know the Woods already trying to recruit me, and all I just did was be like, bro, they're like, where are you from? And I said, L.A. And they asked me a couple questions, and I said, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And my energy was, you know, very like, I wasn't having it. I wasn't having we're not going to talk about no fucking banging and no sides and none of that shit. Everybody can get it, bro. I'm mad. I'm up in this bitch already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You were there. They already done stole my time. I got my family out there, my son and my wife, you know, in another country, mind you, waiting on, you know, a check to get dropped that's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? In the next 2-3 days, but anybody can get it. I didn't care. So with that energy, they were like, all right, bro, let's back up off this guy, you know, and give him his space. And that's really how, you know, that's how the time went. It was I didn't purposely become a bully, but I wasn't going to take no shit. You know what I'm saying? And they all knew that. They were like, all right, you know, so they backed off and we really kind of vibed out, man. It was cool. Like they asked a lot of questions about, you know, my life and what I was doing and what I was into. And, you know, I got to know them and specifically like, bro, this one dude, Zach, bro, he's the epitome of a Texas dude, right? Big old corn-fed white boy and, you know, tattoos and all this shit. And he had told me this story about him burning up in a house, bro, where the house caught on fire because they were like, they were just unashamedly talking about being, you know, rolling the bubble and being on dope and stuff, you know, like it was the thing. Like they wasn't even caring. I was like, bro, I can't even imagine that you're throwing your life away like this. You know what I'm saying? But talking about it like it was nothing, burning up in a house, bro, because the electrical cord was wound around and you know, like the electrical socket like got overloaded and blew, and then the breaker went boom, and then he flew out. He was going for the front door. Yo. I was like, you motherfuckers are wild out here, bro. Like, you really don't care. It's like they say California's the wild, wild west. Texas is really the wild, wild west, bro. Like, for real. They really ain't caring.
Damn, that's crazy. I ain't never asked nobody that question, because normally most of like the people I interview, they're already gang members, and they're already like affiliated and stuff like that. I got you. Even on their first trip, they're already associated. They go in there, they see their brothers, see some gang members and stuff like that. Right. And or if it's not like that, it automatically goes to like their race and stuff. But for the most part, it's like with these gangbangers, they know everybody in there already.
For sure.
So yeah, it's interesting that to hear it, just to get that vibe around somebody, they could tell that you're from like the hood, or you have black influence around you and stuff.
I got the hood pass. I'm invited to the cookout every time. Matter of fact, this Saturday I'm going to another cookout in what's the park down in like Long Beach area. Yeah, with my homeboy Chase. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
I want to ask you now, obviously you got a lot of fight stories. You had to fight the homie to get in and stuff like that. But what is like your personal craziest fight story, or fight story that you seen gone down while you was in the pen, either from the first time or the second time?
I mean, as far as fights, so there really wasn't any in Texas. There wasn't no real action, based on the fact that the pods are pretty locked up, pretty tight. Like they got 6-man pods, you know what I'm saying, and there really isn't a lot of movement. Like everybody's not moving around, and everybody's not associated. So it's not like general pop. You know what I mean? But probably the craziest thing that I've seen really isn't. I wouldn't even say it's related to a fight, or rather the fight ended in a fucking casualty. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the joint, bro, like in reception in Susanville. Because I did my time in Norco, right? But the reception was Susanville. And so when I went into reception, it was a 2-man, thing. And we were 23 and a half and half. 23 and a half lockdown and half out, you know what I mean? But it was only like a few, days, like about a week or something like that. But anyway, man, and I was just fresh in, bro. So this dude started beating the other dude at the chow. As they were eating chow, the dude started beating him with a tray or whatever, and the cop, took him out. You know what I'm saying? So, and they took him out from the tower, right? And the thing is, man, is the thing that really fucked my brain up, bro, is my cellie told me, yeah, not only did they kill that guy, but they're gonna send a bill to his family for 72 cents because the bullet that killed him cost 72 cents, and they're gonna bill the family for that. I'm like,
what?
Are you kidding me, bro? Like, yo, yeah,
damn, that's ruthless.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was in a couple fights, fist fights and stuff, because riding in, you're gonna expect the kickback, like the blowback from just the decision of deciding yo, I'm riding with brothers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, in the joint. But it wasn't too hectic, man. In the white rep fight, I don't know if I lost or won that, bro. We tussled. You know what I'm saying? We tussled. Yeah. Yeah. And at the end of the day, everybody coming and be like, yo, you got deodorant. I knew I didn't do too bad. You know what I'm saying? But it was a blur, bro. It was a blur. Yeah. You
just got enough done.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that matters.
Exactly.
All right. So now I want to talk about your company. You got this company going right now called Twiz Media. Tell me a little bit about that, bro.
So man, Twiz Media came as almost a so it is born. The company is born out of life experiences, mm-hmm. And the funny thing about my media company, man, is Twiz. TWIYS is an acronym, and it stands for The World Is Your Stage. But it could also be, if you say it, Twiz, twist. because I'm putting a twist on the game, and what we're doing is we're creating like a reality, almost like a reality docu, where artists, we want to know that the artist is dope. We want to know you could turn a show. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to rock a crowd, but we want to know some additional shit. So if I was to get invited into Swizz Beatz' house to chill with him, you know what I'm saying? I would have to know the ecosystem of Swizz Beatz' house. You know what I'm saying? So, and if I was, he would tell me specifically, hey, bruh, my wife, she buys a chocolate bar, a Hershey chocolate bar every Tuesday, and she only eat half of that motherfucker by Thursday. You feel me? So don't come in here drunk on Friday evening after you been out the club or whatever, and think that you could put your hands on that chocolate bar. You feel me? So you got to know specific shit like that in order to survive in that house. You feel me? So this whole concept started coming to me, man, that like honesty is paramount. You know what I'm saying? We want to know, okay, you could turn a show, but are you honest? We want to know if you're humble. You know, is your head going to run away with you if the numbers go crazy? You know what I'm saying? We want to know if you're generous, you know, because I think being generous in the game, bro, that's a jewel. You know what I'm saying? People that are generous, bro, they go far. You know, there's honesty, humility, generosity, loyalty, and resourcefulness, right? So those 5 criteria are the quote unquote, you know, what do I say, like the litmus test of really whether they're gonna be an artist or they're gonna make it in the game. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just, you can rock a show, you can fuck with the crowd, and you got talent, that's off the top. But all these 5 are necessary too, because the relationships that I have with the people in the game, man, those 5 core like values, man, they're indispensable. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to like ascend to a certain place, then you got to have those. So I designed this reality show around that, and we're gonna begin filming real soon, man. I got a jug on some Airbnbs, and we're gonna get down and start filming those. It'll be 8 artists, and the way that this was born, bro, is that I was in Johannesburg, South Africa, and I was talking to a buddy, and I had been commissioned to Johannesburg, South Africa from the Artist Factory. Shout out Hiram Hicks and Hiram Hicks Jr., you know what I'm saying, who put me into that position. And they say, yo, we want our brand to be represented in that continent, right? So what can you do about that? What kind of moves can you make? I said, you're going to see. I'm going to show you what I can do, right? So while I did that, I was at this little spot called Shy Shy, and Shy Shy was like a hole-in-the-wall like bar, and I was talking to this artist from the Congo, DRC Congo, right? And my homeboy Sponiso was there, and he had facilitated the meeting. Now, the dude in Congo was really wanting to get on in America, so he knew that I was the guy to talk to. He's like, bro, if you want some run in like, you know, Atlanta and in LA, get with this guy. You know, he can make some things happen. So, and as I was having this conversation with this dude from Congo, bro, there's this gentleman in the corner of the room who looked so like he did not belong in that bar. Everybody was mostly like Haitian, South African, you know, Nigerian, and then there's me, of course, that doesn't look like he probably belonged in that bar, right? Yeah. But this one guy, bro, I could swear that I had recognized him from somewhere, like a television or something. And like he had a real, you know, kind of one of those faces. And the more I started like kind of paying attention to him, and I started thinking, bro, it's not out of the question that the Artist Factory would hire somebody to kind of snoop on me to make sure that I was representing their brand correctly, that I wasn't bad-mouthing them, or not only that I wasn't bad-mouthing them, but that I was at a certain caliber in representing and dealing with people in a representation of the Artist Factory. You feel me? Because that's a big brand, you know, so they ain't fucking around. So that whole concept started coming to me, and I was like, bruh, it could be a media channel like that. It could be a reality show that was just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it came out of personal experiences, brother.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is a cool concept for a show and stuff like that. So are you planning on? You said it was like gonna be like a series. So you like making like long episodes or more shorter episodes?
It's probably gonna be shorter episodes. So I've come up with the blueprint to be able to shoot within a 8-week period. So it'll be 8 artists, 8 Airbnbs, in 8 weeks to really shoot. You know, if you distill it down. And it's funny because while I was in jail, it just like popped to my brain. It was like, oh shit! It just dawned on me, like, bro, this is not. You've been thinking this was real complicated, but it's really not that complicated. It's real simple. 8 artists, 8 Airbnbs, 8 weeks. Boom, done. Then we'll have 10 episodes, which is effectively a season.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's tight, bro.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
that's
sick
the
idea.
goal, you know. And I got the shooter, so man, we almost there. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you because you said that you were just like over in like different countries and stuff, and you said that you have a kid in a different country.
Yeah.
Tell me about how that went down. How do you have a
Okay,
kid in
so
another country?
so my son is an American citizen. His name is Bupilo, right? And that means life in Sutu because my wife is originally from Soweto, right? But I met her in Oakland, California. I used to stay in Oakland for like about 10 years. Man, being out there, bro, like, you know, I was just at a reggae. I forgot the name of the joint, but it was a little reggae joint, and she was dancing in there, bro. And we got to dancing, and that was that. I got her number, and then we kept in touch, and it probably took about, like, I want to say the better part of at least a couple months for us to really solidify a relationship. And what had happened was she was in San Jose. She lived in San Jose, but she was just up in Oakland getting her groove on. You know what I'm saying? So we tapped in. I started texting, and I was a little bit like overbearing, you know, at first. She didn't like it because she was like, you too Casanova with it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. You know, like I got to dumb it down like a little bit. You know what I mean? And she's like, it's just less human the way that you're interacting with me. It's more of a like almost like a caricature, you know. So and she peeled those layers back, and this is how it happened, man. I told her what my favorite dinner was, and I wanted 3 cheese lasagna. So she was gonna cook me 3 cheese lasagna in San Jose. Now at the time I'm living in Oakland, I didn't have a car or a license, right? But I was just about to get my license back. I was on some pay shit, and I was about to get it back. And my buddy had said, bro, you can borrow my truck, you know, and go check out the chick, right? Yeah. So I'm like, so I told her, yeah, okay, I'll come down and we'll do dinner, you know what I'm saying? And I lied, like I had a car, you know what I'm saying, right? So my plan was to jump in that truck, bro, without a license and smash down, I think it was like the 580 or whatever, to San Jose, right? And the night before I was in the studio with this dude, Rel, man, Last Chance Records, shout out Rel. And anyway, I had this like epiphany, bro. Like, bro, you're about to get your license back and you're going to take a chance. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take a chance, go see this chick. Yeah, you really like her. You really want to lock it in, but you're probably going to get fucked off. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to be even worse situation to getting your license back, right? Yeah. So I stood her up, man, straight up. I didn't show up, I didn't call, nothing. And Sunday came around and I felt like horrible. And I said, let me call this chick, right? So I call her and I said, listen, I got something to tell you. I lied to you. I don't really have a car, and I'm barely almost getting my license back, right? So I was, you know, I wanted to impress you, you know what I'm saying? And I really do want to do the dinner, but at the end of the day, I didn't want to take the chance driving my buddy's car down there to try to impress you because it's just not worth it, right? Yeah. And she says, this is what her reply was. Bro, this locked it in with me, with her. She said, well, that's okay. I don't have a license either. I'll just come see you in Oakland. And she said, I'll take the train. I said, this bitch is down for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bruh, she came to see me on the train. That was it. So we had Bupilo. We moved in. We had Bupilo, so we were engaged for a year. We got married in 2012. He was born in 2013. Yeah, yep. So, and then from there, basically, man, when he was 1 year old, she was like, bro, I ain't feeling America no more. Like, let's go home. And so she took me to South Africa, bro, where she's from, and I got to learn her country. And I said, fuck it, man. And I wasn't going to come back, bro. I was not coming back to America. Like, it's good out there. I'm telling you, it's good out there. The food is good. The weather is beautiful. Everything, oh, man, it's beautiful out there, bro. Everything's cheap, bro. Like, if you have a $2,000 a month income in the States, you can live like a king out there. Like, literally. Like a king, bro, with a castle and a moat and lions and tigers and bears to guard your shit. Like, you can really live out there. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't gonna come back, and in 2018, I got a random email from Damon Dash, man, that said, "Hey, bro, I wanna chat with you about a project, you know." And so I got on the line with him through a company called Shindig. And we chatted face to face, and he saw some of my work, and he said, I'm not gonna lie, Luke, if you were to make your way to Burbank, we could make some money. You know what I'm saying? And you know, hey man, you ain't gotta say nothing else, bro. My wife pushed me out the door. She said, if you pass up this opportunity, you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? But don't forget about us and send for us as soon as you fucking can. You know what I'm saying? Dang. So I've been out here grinding that, man, working that circuit and pushing that line for the better part of 3 years. I got back in 2019, and yo, it's been a ride and a half. But one of the things, because my family is in South Africa, my wife and my son, in order to properly care for them, because like their economy is really, really bad over there, man. You could work a regular 9-to-5 job and still not be able to afford your life or your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I chip her bread, bro. Like I break her off. And what makes it easiest is I have decided to be like, to live in my car because I afford that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying a rent payment. So because I'm not paying a rent payment, I'm able to pay for my son to go to school, for her to, you know what I'm saying, be able to take care of him well, and for him to participate in activities like soccer and music shit that he's really into. And it works, man. And so I'm, you know, a lot of people, bro, like, you know, they don't see like the sacrifices that fathers make, but that's what it is, man. And any father that's anybody anywhere, bro, that's a father would do the same fucking thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't hesitate. They say, yeah, I'll sleep on the street, you know. What is that song? When a man loves a woman, if she would sleep in the rain, if that's what he ought to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's real shit, man. Yeah. And that's love, bro. You know, so yeah, that's a little.
So beautiful. It's like a movie story. That's not even gonna lie. That's crazy, bro.
Bro, I have a thread on WhatsApp between me and her that has been this whole time, that at some point I'm gonna contact WhatsApp at the company headquarters and say, yo, bro, put this shit together. Watch this blow your app up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Man. Yeah, it's a story. Damn, it's a hell of a story,
that's
bro.
Crazy, bro. That's actually pretty sick that your wife was like, yo, like, go do it if like you want it, even in a different country.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why I rock with her, man, is because on my it was like shit. One of the birthdays that I had out there, right? I think it was the first year that I got out there, right? I told my brother-in-law, I said, yo, it's my birthday, bro, in like, you know, a week. And I've never been celebrating my birthday in another country. So you are gonna help me do this. And he was just a cool cat, bro. Like her brother was a gangster for real. He had guns buried in the back so they had a pool and they had it filled up with dirt and he had guns up in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that motherfucker was a real one. Anyway, and everybody in the hood respected Diddy Boy, right? So I'm like, Diddy Boy, bro, you gonna help me put on my birthday, right? So he's like, I got you. So he wakes me up at 5 a.m. on the day of my birthday. He's like, hey, man, get up. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to sleep. It's my birthday. What you doing, bro? He's like, nah, get up, man. So I go out there. He had this 93 Sentra, right? And it was like puke green or whatever. And it had a lot of trouble with the car, but it ran. So we ran it down to this little spot, and we rented this trailer, right? And the trailer was probably 2 times the size of the car. So he puts it on the hitch, and we drive it back to the crib, right? And he says, so we just recently got through with a remodel at the crib, and there's like bed frames, window frames, and just general like discarded items from that remodel, right? Around the perimeter of the house. So he's like, take all this stuff and put it in the trailer. And me and my homeboy Kelvin, we started picking up all this stuff and putting it in the trailer. God rest Kelvin's soul, man. R.I.P. That man was one of the funniest dudes you could ever meet, bro. Like Kevin Hart, these cats ain't got none on Kelvin, bro. He said, I just want to go to South Central and have my park bench and my 40, and nobody will bug me, man. I just want the park bench in LA. You know what I'm saying? And bruh, like he just, and he had his, you know, the gold caps on the teeth and stuff. So he had those. Man, bro, this dude was a character, bruh. I wish I could have brought him out here, but anyway, man, he died. Anyway, so he's helping me. He's helping me put the shit in the trailer. So we're putting all this shit in the trailer. And we get the trailer loaded up, and then we go to a dump site. And the dump site is like this big flat land. There's no checks and balances, nobody that you check with, that you pay to get in and weigh, and none of that stuff. It's just a big flat land where there's dump piles everywhere. And in the distance, there's a bunch of dump piles in the distance, and there's these people. There's like 10 people going through the stuff. You can see them in the distance. And I'm thinking like, oh, that's some like vagrants, you know, some just really down on their luck people, you know what I'm saying? And so they start making their way over to us, and they start having a conversation with my brother-in-law. And my brother-in-law is telling them like, you know, they're talking, but I can't understand what they're saying. But what I come to realize, and a lot of the language, like, it's a barrier because you can't really understand a lot of Zulu or Sutu because you don't know it. You know what I mean? But you start to I started to realize that this is a family, and that my brother-in-law knows the auntie, right? So that's like his friend or whatever. So and then he says, "Hey, bro, so instead of this pile that we made in the dump, put some of the items back into the trailer." And so the auntie and her family get back in the trailer with these items that they're like, quote unquote, salvageable. It's still trash to me, right? But it's quote unquote salvageable, right? So what ends up happening is we get into the car and we go deeper into the jungle, man. And it's called the location. That's specific to what South Africa terms like their hoods is the location. So we go deeper into the location, and it's like the terrain starts getting really rough, and we pull up to this tuck shop, and a tuck shop is like a spot where they sell like your bare essentials, like cigarettes, you know, milk, toiletries, things like that, right? But it's just a little shack, and it's just like there's just a little tin building, right? Yeah. And on the side of this tin building, bro, 2 automatic weapons are sitting upside down, leaning against the building. And there's these 2 dudes that are shooting dice, and they got like headdresses that look like they're like Beirut or Middle East type shit, right? Yeah. And they're like Jamaican more in their language, and they're rough, bro. And so they start coming over to the car, and they're talking to my brother-in-law hella rough, and he's talking hella rough back. And I'm looking at these automatic weapons that are sitting over there. I'm like, bro, I might be finna get killed over here, you know, because I can't understand what they're saying, and I start getting nervous, bro. Well, it comes to find out that these 2 dudes run the tuck shop, and what happens is they said they don't know if they're gonna see another car come by for a week or maybe 2 weeks. They don't know when they're gonna see another car come by, so they know instinctively that there's some money in the car. So they're like, yo, you have to buy some of our products. You have to buy some weed, and you got to buy some of these eggs that we're selling, right? So, and then that will give us passage to the rest of the village, to where we can take the auntie back to where she lives. And otherwise, we're not getting past that mark to go where the auntie lives, right? So we get to the auntie's house, man. They're smoking weed. They're laughing. You know, we get to the auntie's house. The eggs, by the way, with the seasonings, bro, that shit is so amazing. Bro, it tastes great. Like, I'm like, wow, this is just intense. Anyway, we get to the auntie's house. We offload the stuff. And my brother-in-law goes and talks to the auntie in the house. And when he comes back, bro, I see him, Diddy Boy, is putting this knot of rands, which is South Africa dollar bills and shit, into his sweats. He's tucking it in, this big-ass knot of cash. And I'm like, bro, and he sits down in the car, and I'm like, bro, where'd you get that money? And he said, oh yeah, so that stuff that was on the trailer, that auntie paid for. And this is the money that she paid for. And the reason that she paid for that shit is because they're going to make 10 times what that with repurposing those things, right? So they were literally paying for that trash so that they could repurpose it because they were going to make 10 times the amount that they paid for it, right? Mm-hmm. And he said, and then he pulls out the wire and he says, and with this money right here, we finna put on your birthday tonight. Oh, shit. Boy, that shit cut me up, bro. That was the best birthday gift I ever received in my life. Talk about hustle, man. Talk about hustle, bro. My hustle game went from 0 to 1,000 by that one move. You know what I'm saying?
He just took you on a little mission for your birthday?
And my wife allowed that to happen. You feel me? Yeah. My wife knew that her brother was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that, like, she took me as an entitled-ass American, bro. She used to tell me, like, you're such an entitled American. I can't wait till that shit goes away. You know what I mean? And when she took me to her country, bro, like, I'm damn near tearing up right now thinking about the love that she wanted to, you know what I'm saying? She thought I was worthy of it, one, that I would learn, two, you know what I'm saying, that I was capable of doing that and transforming as a human being. Bro, she's mine for life, bro. Can't nobody get me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the one. Yeah. Real shit.
That's hard to beat right there. Mm-hmm.
These chicks can't come close, bro. I get into the conversation. I'm like, nah, no, you're not her. You're not her.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. It's hearing those stories from like a different country because you'll hear about like stories about Africa and stuff like that. But normally, like, you know, the way news goes, you only hear about the bad stuff.
You only hear about the bad
stuff, not the regular stuff.
Right.
Same reason why Floss over here trying to start that a show kind of like explaining about like everybody thinks the hood is scary and people are dying every second. But it's
because
really just
of the media, bro. Yeah.
But you know, trying to prove that it's like you're gonna get like hurt, you're gonna get messed up if you end up in this hood for no reason with no good intentions.
Absolutely.
But other than that, it's just a normal neighborhood. Just everybody a little bit more closer because it's, you know, they gotta protect who you gotta protect.
Real shit, bro. Like I've experienced more coziness in the hood than I've ever experienced in like suburbia, bro. Real shit.
Because you gotta care about each other in like the suburbs. You just gotta care about yourself, not really everybody else.
That's it. They got a almost like a mantra in South Africa. It's they say in America we love things and we use people, but in South Africa they love people and they use things. You know, they don't give a fuck about like a lot of other shit, man. But they treat each other good, bro. And they gotta the culture is there's a term for the culture of South Africa. It's called Ubuntu. And it means the spirit of humanity. Yeah, it's dope, man. Like, bruh, like you literally pull up to like the taxis and a dude comes through and he got an orange and he's peeling it and then he's handing it down and the next person's peeling it and the next person's peeling it and they keep on peeling it and then everybody gets a slice of the orange. Super dope.
Yeah, I gotta experience some sort of different cultures like that as sometime in my life. Mm-hmm. But that's all the questions I got for you today. But actually, I want to ask you. Now you on the grind. You said you've been here for a little over 3 years now, since coming back. Yep. Still on the grind. What's the next move for you? Is it just working on like your series that you trying to make right now? You got some other stuff planned?
So the caveat to the series and what's really gonna launch it is the celebrity aspect of the judges. So there's gonna be these scenes where you get to see if artists B is humble or not, right? And whatever the case is, the audience gets to vote on it, and they give them a percentage. But then that percentage, then we peel it away, and we discuss it with judges that are like, yo, celebrity producers, my homeboy Major 7, shout out Omar, out there in Atlanta. My homeboy Focus in LA, in Long Beach. He's working with Dre right now. You know what I'm saying? So these are people that are coming on board and helping the brand, like helping solidify the content of Twiz Media. Yeah. But that's really what I got cooking, man. And I'm also part of 1500 Sound Academy, man. 1500 Sound Academy was a place that Nip recorded Victory Lap, the last album. You know what I'm saying? So to be tapped in with them dudes, that's game changing, bro. Like that, when I remember, like when I went to jail, like that was the first letter that I wrote, bro. Like I was like, yo, Doug, bro, like please, you know what I'm saying? Save my seat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he was like, and they when I got that letter back, bro, nothing mattered after that. I was like, yo, I'm good, man. He was like, yo, bro, when you get back, tap back in, we'll get you sorted, man. It's good. We'll recalibrate, and you still with the fam. You know what I'm saying? So, bruh, I can't tell you how good that felt. You know what I'm saying? Cause like cats like Fauntleroy and Rand Stopson, bro, they work with Jay-Z. They work with, you know what I'm saying? He writes for Rihanna. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So to be like in that environment, bruh, like the sky's the limit.
For sure, yeah. So if people are trying to contact you, hit you up, where should they look you up on, like social media, anything like that?
Bvnks SINVTRV. Bank Sinatra with the A's up, man. Yep.
If y'all trying to work, see what this man better get into, see what this series better be all about, see his work coming up, make sure y'all check it out and stuff like that. But once again, I'm like from the start, I'm going to say thank you for coming in, bro. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, brother.
Dude,
Thanks for having me, man.
It was sick. I knew before we started filming and you were just talking to Floss over here. I was like, oh, it's going to be a cool podcast.
It's going to be a good thing,
you seem chill and stuff like that.
For sure.
Taught me a lot of stuff different about, like, I didn't know about, like, the going into the jail and stuff like that, all the race stuff and stuff like that. So, yeah, I appreciate you coming in and sharing your knowledge and stuff like that.
Absolutely, man. It was a pleasure, bro. It was my honor.
Yeah, wish you nothing best on, like, your work and grinding and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Making big decisions. But other than that, I'm going to wrap it up real short and simple. Been another episode with your boy Prodigy. The podcast with Prodigy, one of the sickest podcasts on the planet, just like Adam. But other than that, we're going to wrap it up. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in, and we out. Peace.
It's the podcast with Prodigy. It's the podcast with Prodigy. My podcast.